and I still feel like an artist doing it. I love making beats. It's like another way of energy. It's just like, I don't even think of it as producing. It's just the same thing, creating art. You know what I mean? And then when I use my voice as an instrument, like, it just adds another thing. It just really connects to my energy. What's good, y'all? I go by the name of Vision the Broken Child, aka Broken Vision. I'm an artist, an audio engineer, and I'm a producer. Honestly, it started young for me. I was like about 9 years old when I first started rapping. Over time, it's just something I took more serious. Like in middle school, like a lot of people wanted me to like rap battle, all that type of stuff. Then I got into high school, and honestly, I met some friends, and they were into rapping stuff, and we just kind of all got together as a collective. It started as a group called BYZ, and honestly, they kind of kept my drive going, and I kept their drive going as a team. Back in the day, we just all wanted to be like the best rappers. Honestly, that's kind of how everyone started. We were on that boom bap shit, just trying to out rap each other, like really, just for fun. Honestly, I took it serious though. I want it to be, I don't know, I want it to be Big Al, honestly.
You guys had some crazy shows, right?
Yeah. So like when we first started, we had a manager at that time, and he would get us just like random shows, and sometimes they would hit, sometimes they wouldn't hit, just because we were so into like the boom bap scene rather than what was going on at the time. So we would get a lot of people who fucked with us for our lyrics, but I don't think our music really fit during that time until like a little bit more we had to grow into it. But once, honestly, we got like 808s down, because I started producing when I got my beat machine, which was around like 2015. Once I started making my own beats, it kind of went from there, like having 808s, just stuff that people could jump to, honestly, because that's what was big at that time. Just heavy 808s, screaming, making sure people like felt the hype, you know what I mean? And we used to pack out shows. We literally had the biggest crowds everywhere we went. We were able to sell tickets, doing what other artists couldn't do. Like, for some reason, nobody could sell tickets, but we just sold hella tickets. People would come to our shows, and we just get lit as fuck, honestly. Growing up, like, we just had a lot of influences outside, trying to make what was fitting in at that time, you know what I mean? And now it's to the point where, like, we're making music where we feel comfortable, but it actually sounds good, and it fits in. It's modern, but it's our own style, you know? So I feel like back then, we sounded like other people, but we had to just to learn the game.
Are you guys all still BYZ today?
As brothers, yeah. We kind of all do our own thing, though. Everyone still makes music. I'm the only one that kind of chose my lane into audio engineering and producing. The only reason why I started audio engineering and producing was because I didn't want to have to keep depending on other people, and also to save money. You know what I mean? If I could make my own beats, that saves money. If I could record myself and engineer myself, like, that makes money. And then in the long run, it ended up making me money too. Honestly, like, it feels good. Like, for me personally, like, as an artist, it feels too good to know that I know every avenue, because it gives me the power to make my music exactly how I want it to be. I don't have to sit here and try to explain to an engineer how I want something to sound, because I already know. I would say on the engineering side of it, though, like, sometimes I get artists like who will just be like behind me, like super stressed out about their song, and they'll start wanting me to do extra stuff before I even get to that point. I'm just trying to make their stuff sound clean, you know what I mean? They get stressed out, like I'm saying, but I come as an artist too, so like I kind of already know what they want, you know what I mean? So it's cool, because once I get to the end of the mix, or I get to like the effects or whatever I get to, like, their eyes get super huge. They're like, damn, like, how did you do that, you know what I mean? And so like I got to a point where like I have like a really good ear in like with music. It also helps me out because I help artists grow too, you know what I mean? I think my biggest thing is just like people starting to see me more as an audio engineer than an artist, you know what I mean? Because I have so much information on it now. It's just something I'm learning over time to like balance, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Which do you kind of like doing more?
Honestly, I like being an artist, because even when I'm mixing, even if it's not my song, I feel like it's an art. Like, to make somebody sound good, making sure all the levels are right, and not only that, but like audio engineers really make a song. Before people even like mix it and it's all raw, it don't really sound right. It don't sound complete. But once you get the full mix in, you know, the effects, everything going, like, that shit's magic. You know what I mean? So I think audio engineering is an art in itself, and I still feel like an artist doing it. I love making beats. It's like another way of energy. It's just like I don't even think of it as producing. It's just the same thing, creating art. You know what I mean? And then when I use my voice as an instrument, like it just adds another thing. It just really connects to my energy. So some of the people, like more noticeable people I've worked with, I would say probably my biggest underground artist would be Chapo. When I recorded him and JT. I've worked with bigger artists within the city, like AP. Me and Amy used to work back in the day. A lot of like bigger locals, and then also just being in Florida, being around bigger artists and stuff like that, being around around audio engineers who are working with bigger people. Even if I didn't really get to work with them, being in the environment showed me how possible it was. You know what I mean? So Florida was a big thing for me because it shows me we're literally right there. All we got to do is be there and network and show our face, you know what I mean? And everything falls into place. So, like, honestly, I feel like that's to come for me. 3 people I'd want to work with, honestly, they're really big, so I'd have to get to them. But, like, I don't know. I like underground artists, too. Like, I like Trees low-key. Like, he'd be tight to produce for. I feel like a lot of my newer style, I've even learned from him, kind of, you know what I mean, with like the auto-tune and stuff like that. I've studied his work. Even Yeet, you know, even though he's huge right now, like we were listening to him before he even got huge. And I think his sound production is really dope. Like just him, because he not only does he rap, but he also produces his stuff and different stuff. So I like artists who actually produce their own stuff. It'd be cool to work with people, even if I'm producing or we're producing together on something, or if we're recording together, you know what I mean? There's a lot of artists that I'd love to work with, you know what I mean? I'm someone who's really open, and if someone can make good music, I want to make music with you. If you don't really make that great music, like, I'm here to teach you. I'm here for all of that, but in all honesty, I just want to make good music, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm here for. Yeah, so I just dropped a project called Above All Else. Basically, Above All Else, but in the title, Else is spelled lowercase e and upper L and then S-E. And basically it's supposed to be like above all else, but also above all owls. So in the project, I basically kind of describe, just everyday life, what we go through, and like basically how I get through it, you know what I mean? And that's just what art is, you know what I mean? We kind of describe what we're going through during that time. I feel like projects are a time capsule, you know, and every project I've listened to, I have a flashback of what I was going through during that time. Honestly, with this project, I really wanted to catch people's attention just through melodies and also just like what I'm saying, you know what I mean? The 808s, like a lot of my project is, I think it's hard as fuck, but I say some like real shit in it, you know what I mean? And it's also like really catchy. Like I worked a lot on my vocals and trying to like almost be like singy rappy, because that's kind of what's in today, you know what I mean? So like I felt like I've mastered that style. So it's cool because with this project, I've actually gotten probably the most love out of all my projects, just because that people see the progress I've made and how my I don't know, I think my melodies are like unmatched almost, just because people don't like dig that deep. People get in the studio and they don't really have that much time to see what they can really do, as to where I own my own studio. So I'm just there forever, like really practicing, really digging deep and seeing how far my voice can really go.
For like a couple tracks you think people should check out?
On My Way right now is my biggest track on there. It's just really vibey. My whole project is wavy as fuck. I would say On My Way, Keep It Coming, Deep Under. Deep Under is just like production wise, it's insane. And I think my whole project is insane production wise, just sonically. If you listen to earphones, if you listen on some speakers, like bump that shit, because it's gonna like if you really pay attention, that shit'll blow your mind.
Any videos?
That's to come, honestly. Hopefully with you. I want to branch out, see who else I can work with. I honestly don't even want to drop another project until I have a visual for almost every song, because I feel like every song deserves attention. Like I made sure that every track is a banger on this project. And it's crazy because I even made a whole project before this with like 15 tracks, and I deaded the whole entire thing just to drop this one, because it was like an alien vibe, but alien vibes were just way too hot at that time. So I honestly had to change my whole persona, whole thing, because I couldn't be what everyone else was on. Okay, so So like right now, I see myself just building off of my project, trying to promote it more, get more visuals, get more people to listen to it, get it to DJs, trying to get it played in clubs, you know, honestly taking it as far as I possibly can, get some clothes made for it. And honestly, yeah, that's really my goal, is just to get it on playlists, you know. I want people to add my music to their playlist. I want people to like actually hear it and be like, damn, this sounds like a real artist. Not even think I'm from Colorado, you know what I mean? Type deal. Because I feel like when people know you're from the city, all of a sudden they downplay you, you know what I mean? So I'm really trying to have a sound that's not even from here, so people recognize me as someone that's, you know, out of this world type shit. So honestly, I would say look forward for more visuals. Also look forward for just more artists that I plan on working with. You know, I want to audio engineer more artists, produce for more artists, do more collabs, even get on features, building with each other, building off of each other's fan base. Like I said, I have a pretty good fan base. At least I know mine's is like loyal to me. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people, they pay for stuff, they do all these things, and that's something I don't do. So I know at least the people that do follow me, they're real. You know what I mean? And when I do shows, also get excited for that, because I'm gonna be doing shows again. All my shows, I'm gonna be honest, they're filled with females, they're filled with fun, it's lit, we're all having a party. Afterward, we go out, have a great time. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm about. It's just good vibes, good music, good vibes.
How can people tap into you?
On Instagram, vision_broken. Broken is BROKN, so there's no E in it. Vision_broken. You can look me up on any major music platform. Vision the Broken Child. Yeah, look me up. We're going crazy.